The evolution of technology has changed society in both positive and negative ways. People all over the world use and benefit from modern technology. Technology that has simplified the access to many tools people need in education, medicine, communication, transportation, and in other ways. However, using it too often has its drawbacks as well. Many people do not realize that technology has its negative effect on society as well. And its rapid advances has changed life for worse in a number of different ways. I, Jessa Mae Edubas, as a human, it's our responsibility to take actions to make solution to such negative effects of too much usage of technology. It's our time to promote sustainable living, make positive alternatives for the growth and development of our natural resources despite the presence of technological world.
As we all know, sustainability is the meeting of the needs of the present generation without compromising the ability of the future generations to commit or to meet their basic needs. So there are a lot of ways on how we could achieve sustainability.
Let's start it in small and simple ways, and these are the following.
So first, be water wise. So in consuming water, be wise. Don't waste it. Like for example, when you wash your clothes, you can use the water for your plants. So as easy as that. Remember that we need to conserve water because water is very essential to us. It's either in a way of cooking, cleaning, or watering your plants and many other use of water.
Practice ClayGo at all times, or the clean as you go.
ClayGo, or the Clean as you go policy, is a cleaning strategy used to minimize risks to hygiene, health, and safety. The Clean as you go method involves taking opportunities to clean continually throughout the working day and making cleaning part of your daily routine.
Another way we can be sustainable in our lives is to not leave out much food when we're eating. And as much as possible, we don't leave much food waste, because when the food scraps, yard waste, and other biodegradable stuff breaks down in deposited landfills, it emits methane, and it contributes more to global warming and the decomposition of our ozone layer. And because globally, landfills and wastewater emit 67 million metric tons of methane, and that's 20% of methane emissions according to United Nations October 27, 2021. So as much as possible, we don't leave food. We eat what we are given, but we don't eat too much of what we don't need. Does that make a point? Yeah. So we only eat what we need to eat.
Community garden is one of the basic and effective ways to promote sustainable living. Through gardening, it can help reduce negative environmental impacts by promoting sustainable agriculture. Also, it offers people in the community many benefits. They provide opportunities for both recreational gardening and food production in underutilized spaces. Therefore, community gardening also great for the environment.
Unplug devices when not in use. Yes, this is also very important. We need to unplug any devices, like for example, refrigerator. It's either the mobile phones or the light. We need to unplug any devices when we are not using this one, because it will consume the electricity. So as long as we're not using it, we need to unplug.
Another way to achieve sustainability is to plant and grow trees.
Our environment needs humans' tender loving care, and we can do so by engaging in environmental activities that also improve our quality of living, such as tree planting and tree growing.
Planting trees serves us a lot of purpose, and growing them is an essential way to avert the harsh impact of climate change. We are the first-hand witnesses of what we have experienced, like the Super Typhoon Odette, also the monsoon rains, and the erratic weather conditions.
Planting trees are beneficial for it highly contributes to a clean environment as they improve air quality through the process of photosynthesis, the producing of oxygen and taking in carbon dioxide. Also, planting trees help in climate amelioration by mitigating the effects of the sun, rain, and wind as the leaves absorb and filter the sun's radiance, acting as a shield from the falling rain and preserve warmth by screening off the harsh wind. Another is that the roots of the trees hold the soil in place as it fights erosion that causes landslides. It also absorbs and stores rainwater that helps reduce runoff and sediment deposit after the storms.
Humans, humans like us that don't, can't afford, are not in the upper class level of the society. What we can do is boycott big companies that contribute to the majority of Earth's pollution. And we can do this by not contributing to the big companies. For example, Shein. People buy a lot of Shein products nowadays, and Shein is one of the big companies that contribute to the majority of Earth's pollution, as they could create textile waste that is more than the average retail store. One way we can boycott big companies such as Shein as well is buying from ukay bodegas, because we don't need new items. We can reuse what we already have.
To reduce, reuse, and recycle. Implementing 3Rs is very important because it all helps to cut down on the amount of the waste we throw away. It helps conserve natural resources, landfill space, and energy. Plus, the 3Rs save land and money communities that must use to dispose of waste in landfills.
Next is drive less, drive green. So yes, this is also needed. So here, changing your driving habits can dramatically reduce your carbon footprint. So walk, bike, carpool, or use public transportation whenever possible.
Avoid burning garbages. This is one of our normalized habits that it needs to be stopped, especially if most of the trash are made with plastic, which is made of carbon.
And another thing we can do as citizens of the society is vote for politicians that have strong environmental missions for the country, because they are the ones that we give power to for the betterment of our society. We are the ones with the power to vote for change in our society. And that's why we have to vote wisely for politicians that have strong environmental missions for the country. And we have to be accountable for them if they don't enact what they promised to us or what they envisioned us to have during their candidacy.
Donate and support non-governmental organization activities that help fight global warming.
Lastly, we need to listen to what professionals and scientists are saying. Global warming is real, climate change is real, and what professionals are saying is real. Therefore, it is our job to do what we can despite having majority of our Earth's pollution caused by big corporations. Sure, we can do these small sustainability things, but we should know the general truth that big corporations are the ones that contribute much to the pollution of our world. So that is it for our group. Thank you very much, and I hope you learned something today.
And yes, These are the effective and easy way we can do to promote sustainable living. Above all, we should always remember that change starts within ourselves. So let's start changing for us to have a better and happy living.